Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft is busy finalizing our next optional bug fix C-release update for Windows 10, which is made available to both the beta channel and release preview channel insiders on Windows 10 version 22H2. And this latest optional update, which will be rolling out in a couple of days' time, is KB5046714. So the update rolled out late yesterday in my region on the 14th. So I would suggest that the update will start rolling out to the general public. General availability will become available on starting the 26th of November, the Tuesday of that last week of this month, moving into the rest of that week. Now, there's not really too much going on with this next optional bug fix C-release update, but the insiders in the beta channel get a new feature. Well, Microsoft is calling it a new feature, and it's for the start menu. And they've said that the recommended section of the start menu will show some Microsoft Store apps. And this is also rolled out to the Windows 11 OS previously. So this is basically another little so-called Windows 11 feature making its way and could possibly make its way into Windows 10 because it is in beta. And Microsoft says these apps come from a small set of curated developers, and according to Microsoft, they say this will help you discover apps that are available. Now, this is something I would never use, and I would consider this to be bloat. But the good news is that if you want to turn this feature off, and Microsoft says you can go to your settings when the feature rolls out, personalization, click on Start and look for this Show Suggestions Occasionally in Start. Turn that off. You can see I've already turned it off in this table. I don't want any suggestions in my Start menu. I don't want any extra bloat. But thankfully you will be able to turn that feature off if and when it does roll out to the stable version. And that's just a so-called new feature for the beta channel insiders. Now, there are 5 bug fixes rolling out for both beta and release preview channels. So we can basically expect to see 5 bug fixes rolling out in our next optional C-release update. That'll be rolling out to the stable over the next couple of days, although that could be subject to change because Microsoft does shake things up a little bit when the stable does roll out. So just to mention all of these for the purpose of this video, there's a fix for app list backup where apparently Win32 shortcuts might not back up to the cloud. Then the second fix is for copy cloud files. When you drag and drop files from a cloud files provider folder, it might result in a move instead of a copy. And I think that's quite an important fix. Basically moving your file instead of copying it could lead to a little bit of confusion. And there's a fix for a motherboard replacement where Windows didn't activate after you replaced a motherboard. I think that's quite important. And there's a fix for country and operator settings asset, where the update brings profiles up to date for certain mobile operators. And there's a fix for Internet Printing Protocol RPP printer, where Windows stopped responding when you use an RPP USB printer. And that's quite a common problem on Windows, where Microsoft does roll out these RPP printer fixes on a regular basis. So obviously there's an issue there. And then if you do decide to install the update, because it will be optional, and just on a side note, this is the preview to our final optional bug fix C-release update for Windows 10 for this year. Because as I mentioned in a previous video, which I'll be leaving linked down below and in the end screen, there are no optional updates for December, the end of December, due to the holiday season. And if you do decide to install the update, the OS build will be bumped up to 19045.5194 or somewhere in that point release vicinity. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.